lot of people struggle a lot when facing heavies as Sheik, and there are many reasons for that. In this video, I will cover general tips when facing a heavy, as well as tips against each heavy separately. Here are timestamps for this. Lastly, before we jump into this, I truly want to thank Pheonix, but most importantly Smallchildlord, for helping me with this and providing you top-notch information. They are both experts when it comes to heavies. So for these kind of matchups, we need some general information of how the games will go and how both sides will act. Heavies are normally helpless in disadvantage. They are big and pretty much combo food for Sheik. On top of that, they also share a weakness in recovering and getting off the ledge. These are therefore the factors Sheik has to abuse in the matchup. Heavies on the other hand normally outrange Sheik. They also share long-reaching get-up attacks that can catch Sheik off guard. Lastly, a glaring weakness Sheik has is that she almost always loses traits, and that weakness is a lot bigger against heavies, and the fact that heavies generally deal a lot of damage and kills Sheik early makes the matchup consisting who's the most lethal in their advantage stage. If Sheik drops her combos too early, it may lead to the opponent punishing you severely for it. If the heavyweight can't properly get off ledge, that becomes a really big issue. She can therefore lay back and play a heavy bait and punish style with needles as an option to force the opponent to you. Another thing you can do is to crouch under rising aerials, but this is very difficult and to implement it in your gameplay takes a long time. Lastly, when you're camping out a player with needles, you usually get pushed more and more to the corner. It's very important to therefore mix up the timings of when you camp and when you suddenly attack. It's pretty easy to get ready for high pressure attacks if you always pull them off at the very end or the very corner of the stage. So sometimes do it in the middle of a retreat and other times after the first needle, etc. Just mix it up. Sheik can air dodge through DDD's laggy aerials and punish him. Awful airspeed allows Sheik to bully DDD really hard. Therefore, keeping the pressure up against DDD is very important. Sheik has to keep pressing the advantage versus DDD to kill him, rather than being able to edgeguard and gimp him due to the properties of his recovery. DDD has very limited out of shield options, so beware of full hop landing Nair. This move almost has no lags. Other things to keep in mind is that Gordo can tank needles, meaning DDD can essentially negate needle camping. I prefer back air or Nair to hit Gordo, as fair can be inconsistent at times due to it trading with Gordo for some weird reason. Two-framing DDD with down tilt is much more reliable and necessary than other heavies. DDD's massive range is more pronounced than other heavies. Inhale is also good at stuffing Sheik's approaches, so beware of this strategy. Personally, I jump over the inhale and try to land with the down air spike, being a very powerful combo starter if you've done your comboing homeward with Sheik, or you can just simply try to just jump over and back air. Donkey Kong is the most helpless heavy in disadvantage, especially offstage and at the ledge. Although DK's arms during recovery are intangible, edgeguarding him from slightly above his head will easily counteract this. Sheik's lack of a good spikes makes edgeguarding a battle of attrition, since DK's horizontal recovery is pretty good. So practice edgeguarding in training mode against DK if you feel like you struggle in that department. Other things to keep in mind is that DK's awful out of shield can also be exploited incredibly hard by Sheik's amazing pressure tools. DK's F-tilt can 2-frame reliably in Gimp if you don't have a jump. Donkey Kong's back air is -6 on block, so Sheik can get a guaranteed Nair out of shield, though if DK messes up his timing, you can get a fair or a back air or even shield grab as a mix-up. Aerial down B is -4 on block. Sheik can't punish this, stay away. Grounded up B can tank through needles that aren't fully charged, so DK can throw this out at single needle camping. Donkey Kong's early kills come from aerial down B, down air, and grab. Some of DK's moves are incredibly unsafe on hit at low percents, particularly up tilt and down tilt, which can be punished if he hits them. This is especially true for down tilt if he doesn't trip, as it's punishable on shield.
Sheik's aerials are super safe on shield, so up B out of shield can be stuffed if Sheik's timing is on point. Edgeguarding Bowser is the best way to kill him. His sheer weight disallows you to kill him in pretty much any other way. Be careful, randomly throwing out needles, Bowser can call this out with a hard fire breath if he short hops over. Though it's good to know that Tough Guy is neglected by needles, Rapid Jab does not get neglected by needles, so beware. Bowser's F-Tilt can easily 2-frame you and kill you. This is the most difficult matchup out of all the heavyweights. Pay special attention to Bowser's up tilt and up smash. Up tilt can catch jump, normal get up, and back roll near ledge.
Ganon is very susceptible to edge guards as he can die in just a few interactions off stage. Back air is your friend during edge guards. His frame data doesn't really favor him against Sheik's agility, so he essentially has to throw out hitboxes and hope they hit. He also can't really edge guard Sheik or chase her when he's in advantage. The only positive he has is his sheer power and his disjoints that can really keep Sheik out. Needle camping is very good on large stages.
The king of the Kremlings, King K.ROOL. You can bouncing fish over Crown if you predict Crown coming out. Just be aware of him baiting it out for a massive punish. Don't try to 2-frame him, as he has a massive vertical hitbox on his recovery, making 2 frames near impossible. Other things to know is that Crown can be used against King K.ROOL very well in combos. Get up attacks versus K.ROOL is very risky as he can down tilt, bury you, or down smash. Lastly, you want to edge guard K.ROOL from the side. His airspeed is quite poor and he has no hitboxes there.
Sheik outspeeds Incineroar by a very significant margin. This makes Needles very good, but Revenge eats through the camping. Both players therefore need to play a bait and punish style of game, but the burden of mixing up patterns is mostly on Incineroar. Edgeguarding Incineroar is pretty standard, just go for a standard back air, and if you're not able to do that, Vanish beats all his options. Lastly, pressuring Incineroar is good, but be careful of neutral B at all times. The main problem with Zard is that he really can't defend himself when he's in the air. Zard's neutral air has a massive blind spot behind and slightly below him, so Zard is completely helpless when you're behind him unless you give him enough time to back air. Up B out of shield has super armor starting on frame 4, meaning that you can't stuff it out unless you're frame perfect with a forward air. Other things to be aware of is Charizard's back air sweet spot. It will outright kill you at 70 or below. Also, while Charizard is ledge trapping, be careful of F-Tilt, it's fairly powerful. Lastly, Charizard has great recovery options with his flare bits and up B having super armor, so you either have to go all in for the KO or set up a ledge trap with side B. And that's it for this video. I truly hope you guys liked the video, and if you have any suggestions on anything, put it down below. I love you guys so much. I'll see you soon.